So we are at this tipping point. We are at this majorly relevant point. There's a reason you're here right now. There's a reason that you're on this planet right now. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. So there's a battle for your mind right now. We are living in a war zone. If you live on this planet right now, you're in the middle of a war zone. But this war has been hidden in front of our very eyes. It's a battle for your mind. It's a battle for your energy. It's a battle for your focus and your belief systems. It's really a battle to control you. And our sexual energy is a very good example of this. The porn industry is a weaponized industry, and it's designed to be very addictive. It's designed to lure men in to spending hours of their day, looking at these sexual images and just ejecting their life force from their body. Because a man who's constantly ejaculating, a man who's addicted to porn, he's an addict. And he's easy to control. His testosterone is low because he's frequently ejaculating. He has no willpower because he's a slave to these lower urges. And so this is one of the ways that we're seeing this battle play out. We've been told all of these stories about who we are and who we came from, but I want you to consider for a moment that these are all just stories. These are stories given by those who are in power, and in fact, our history and our very heritage, our very human origins may not be at all what they believe, and they may not even be from this planet. I want you to consider that history is written by those who win the wars. What would the world look like if the Nazis had won World War II? What would history books look like, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is that we're really living in a matrix, right? We're living in the matrix. We are all plugged in. People are plugged into the news. They'll believe anything that comes through that screen. And just this blind trust, right? Oh, trust in that, these foods are safe. Oh, these drugs my doctor prescribed for me are good for me, right? And the reality of the matter is that your own personal balance and health is not necessarily in the interest of those who are in power. So what I want you to consider at this time is that we are in a time of immense transformation, massive transformation. And it's very apparent, by the amount of chaos that's in the world right now. But beneath this chaos, there is a greater light, entering our lives. And as the light increases, so too does the shadow. The brighter light casts a darker shadow, and so many of us are stuck in that shadow right now. That's just the focal point of so many people's minds right now, is this shadow, all this darkness, all this fear, all this anxiety and worry. But you don't have to focus on that. You can shift your focal point to love, to excitement, to playfulness, right? You can have fun. You can have a cosmic party right now, because there's just so much happening in this world right now. And we're at such a time of so much potential right now. So many ancient civilizations prophesized about the time that we're living in right now, talking about it being this time of massive change, massive transformation. And that's exactly what we're seeing played out right now. But how is this going to end? That's really up to each of us. We are each sort of playing out in this game, playing out in this movie script, right? And we're deciding we can be whoever we want to be. You can be whatever character you want to be. And the question is, what world do you want to create? And if you want to look at what your beliefs truly are, what you believe your limitations truly are, you just look at the life you're living right now. Look at your external circumstances, look at your internal circumstances, and you'll see the results of all the stories that you're telling yourself about who you believe you are and what you believe you deserve, right? And because we always attract that which we believe we deserve. We always attract that which we are focused on. So if you look around where you are right now, you are at this point in your life because that is what you were focusing on. So were you focusing on fear, or were you focusing on hope, on your true potential, right? So it's important to know that you were the sole creator of your reality, and of course there's always going to be these external forces, and so many people just unconsciously go submissive into these forces, especially men who are constantly ejaculating. They're dominated. They're literally owned by someone else, right? They're a slave to someone else's agenda. But when you start retaining your semen, when you stop unconsciously ejaculating regularly, then you become a master, right? And that's just the beginning. Semen retention is just the beginning, but it's a huge step for so many guys. Once you get out of this habit, that's often very, very ingrained into your daily life. For me, it was like, 7 o'clock, it's time to go on Pornhub and rub one out, get that crusty sock out, right? And when you have that habit day after day after day, year after year, it becomes tough to break that habit. But once you're doing that, and you're watching this video right now because you have already either broken this habit or you're in the process of it, or maybe you're just learning about it. You're becoming interested in how to break the habit. The point is that is now your focal point. And that is now the path that you are creating. One of greater purpose, one of greater potential, one of harnessing your inherent human creative power. That's what your sexual energy is. It's your human creative power. Humans, we have this immense capabilities. We really have these Jedi-like capabilities. We're the only beings that can influence our own biology by using our mind. You don't see the other animals on our planet pondering their existence, building cities and things like that, right? Or meditating and developing their internal capabilities. But humans, we're very special, I will say that, and we have this dormant DNA, these abilities, these super abilities, and we all believe this on some level, and that's apparent by the popularity of like superhero movies, movies like the Jedi in Star Wars, right? Or Superman, all these superheroes. We're all fascinated with this, but the truth is that we all have these capabilities within us, but we've been disconnected from them. And exactly why, who knows? Who knows exactly what's happened over the past thousands of years? We have these rise and falls in our consciousness. You can look back to history and see that we're not the first advanced civilization. And if we're not careful, we will go on the same path of destruction that many of these old civilizations went through. So we are at this tipping point. We are at this majorly relevant point. There's a reason you're here right now. There's a reason that you're on this planet right now. And you may or may not remember this, but again, we're playing out this battle, this ancient battle between light and dark. And it's a battle that's in your heart. It's a battle that's in your mind every day. You're being bombarded every day with all this fearful information through the news, trying to manipulate you, trying to keep you out of your center and put you in fight or flight mode. You're being bombarded with all this radiation, from Wi-Fi, from your cell phone. Everything is weaponized. Everything around you, your food, the water you're drinking, the air you breathe, everything is weaponized. But if you want to win this battle, you have to become a master of your willpower. And semen retention, of course, is the gateway to some of the higher abilities that you can experience as a human, right? So it's all about keeping your center. It's all about having a daily practice. Meditate. So important that you meditate every day. It's so important that you tune in to your deeper self, your subconscious dormant abilities. Again, it's like your Jedi-like powers. It's atrophied, right? These higher psychic abilities we inherently have as human, they're atrophied. We just need to practice them. How often have you been meditating, right? How often do you do your daily practice? So you've got to flex these muscles if you want to regain these latent superhuman abilities that we all have in our DNA. And it's time that we reactivate that at this time in our life. And it's about developing habits, developing positive habits every day, that you're consistently growing, you're consistently keeping yourself clear, right? So eating healthy. You're drinking pure water, at least the most pure water you possibly can. You're spending time in nature to recharge your battery. You're meditating to clear your mind and to tune in with your subconscious self. You're tuning, maybe you're doing Qigong, doing yoga, tuning into your internal energy. And this is really the Jedi lifestyle, guys. And this is what I want you to consider, making your lifestyle is that of a Jedi in training. You're always improving yourself. You're studying whatever interests you, and again, following your excitement, because it's easy to get locked into this serious mode, like, oh, there's all this heavy stuff happening on the planet and I'm just completely out of control. But when you follow your intuition, you follow your excitement, you follow your joy and your passion in life, you will always be on the right path. It's when you start to act out of fear, when you make decisions based on fear, then that will bring more fear into your life. That will bring more lack into your life. So this is what it really comes down to, is being able to stay in that high vibe state, right? Doing what excites you, doing your daily practice, and acting out of inspiration instead of fear. And if you do this, you will always be on the right path. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. What are you doing on the front lines in the battle for your mind? Have a great day, my friends.